What have we got here then? Well, we've got Season 7, Episode 7 of Championship Manager 97-98, and we will be finishing the season. And we're looking for a European place. It's an outside chance, but it's not a vain hope. We've had, in the last episode, incredibly 6 draws in a row before we finally won the final game. Some good performances. I felt that we dropped more points than we saved in that run, and we could have been in the top 6 or 7, but we're not. And we are 9 games unbeaten, with a Portsmouth team that's improving each year, but a bit slow for my liking. It's their 3rd season in the Premier League. We've got 3 games left. The transfer window's shut, so we may as well get on with it. We got a good player back, and Coventry move above us. So we've got a bit of catching up to do in these 3 games to try and get possibly 7th place, which we think might be a European place. We've got teams at level with us on 49 points as well. So really we're looking for 5-7 points at least. I'll try and stay unbeaten until the end of the season, but that'll be hard with Chelsea at home. It'll be hard in any game when our strikers don't put the ball in, which happened a few times in the last episode, even though we were on top. But hopefully this is a different outcome this episode. Plenty of internationals playing now. And we have our parry suspended. We're losing money. I suspect we've got no money now. Even though we did increase the capacity, we have got a bit of a wage bill now. I mean, we've not got a massive squad. Solomez, we're going to have to think about maybe selling him. He's 33. And he's still not quite achieving the 7. He's quite consistent with the 687, but he's taken up a foreigner spot. We may decide to list him. We'll certainly be losing Milosevic, who hasn't played a game. We'll see if we can offload him before he becomes unsellable with his work permit, and then we'd have to release him on a free, and the wages that come with that. He has 2 years on his contract. He's mostly suffered. We've been playing 5-3-2 most of the season. So Chelsea are top. In the game at Chelsea, they beat us 3-1 quite easily. So this is really we're looking for a point from this game, maybe. Kerslake's unhappy now. So the team that's on their unbeaten run is not really going to change much, but we'll bring Grimink back in, and it's out of Monaco and Morpheo. Monaco's 730, Morpheo's 689. So Turpin's still injured though, so it's actually out of Morpheo and Simpson for the spot. And I think 2 defensive midfielders. I don't know. I think we'll just bring Grimink in because he fits the bill with Monaco and Morpheo around him. And Hull and Aloisi will play up front. Rimmer will get a chance on the bench. I think we'll prefer Simpson to McDonald for this particular game. We've got Carboni if we need him. He's struggled a bit. I'm hoping he'll struggle a bit with the formation really. But to check we're all lined up. We've got Grimink to come back. Let's try Grimink on direct free kicks again. Aloisi on penalties. Chelsea at home. This is going to be tough. They're top of the league. We're unbeaten. We've got a shot in. And we're ahead. Wow. Harwood the goal. Here they come. Have we poked the bear? So I checked. We did put Fontana at sweeper, didn't we? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we're not getting the one-on-ones, but we have got the lead. Marshall called upon for the first time. I think he's going to have a busy game from this point on. Yeah, again, the balls played through are not going one-on-ones. Not because we're quite defensive, that can happen. But we're staying defensive and we're 1-0 up against the league leaders, that's for certain. So, great half. I mean, whatever the final score, this team is competing with anyone now in this league. And that's not been the case over the previous 2 seasons. The weather's struggling a bit for some reason. We'll give him 15. I think Riot could come back in there. Because the rest of the team are doing really well. Deservedly ahead. It's not been a smash and grab. Yeah, he's struggling out there. The wing backs both struggling. Everyone else having a great game. Absolutely dominated this game up to 71 minutes. So there's got to be a Chelsea revival at some point, surely. So it'd now be a shame not to win, as we've been the better side. Weaver's certainly the more busy keeper. Five to go. This is looking good. Yep. Goalkeeper's handballed it. That's a bit. Must have gone wandering out of the area. That's an excellent win because not only did we beat the leaders, and you can see by them scores and those stats, we absolutely dominated. That's probably our best match in the entire series. Our best performance. Well done, everyone. Very good. I said superb, but that's fine. So we've popped into the 9th position. We've only got 2 games left. As you can see, those teams in the top 7 have a game in hand, but pulled ourselves up to within 3 points of 6th. So we have a away game, and then Ipswich at home. Ipswich fighting for their lives at the bottom. My previous management role in this particular season, this particular game. But that was an excellent win. And the Easter Monday we're away at Blackburn, and they're 1 place ahead of us. Do we keep the sweeper, or do we try and attack them a bit? Got a lot of players out of contract. And not that much stronger than us. Struggling to score at 1 goal per game, but don't concede many either. They tend to bore you to death, this team. So we'll start with the sweeper, I think, and then progressively move forward. We'll bring Parry back in the side, put Aloisi on the bench. No other changes. And apart from the corner taker, I'm getting a bit hacked off with selling his corners, but there's no other real. And there's Gremink here, so let's swap them over again. Okay, trip to Blackburn. Even a draw, we won't be out of it if we win the last game. Got a chance, but Parry's put us ahead, back in the side. And we are finishing this season strongly at the moment. 5 minutes gone in this game. So under the cosh since we took the lead. He's not got his one-on-one back. It's lethal when he's on form with those. Pretty much stifled them. Yeah, they come for a little goal, little shot past the post. Nearly said goal. We haven't created too much, but we certainly haven't conceded much. So Blackburn's low-scoring record continues, as they don't look like scoring so far in the match. No shots on target. And we've scored 1 from our 2. So we'll keep it as it is. We could move forward if Blackburn equalise, because we really want to get the win here if we can. Or we've got options to Simpson to bring on if we want to try and make it a more defensive display. Anyway, let's see how this one pans out. Really nothing happening. Blackburn starting to go for it. Oh, I didn't even get a chance to make a sub, but excellent from Fontana to stop the 1-on-1 effectively. We've got to stop this corner now. We have. Okay, everyone's playing okay-ish. Weather's again not really getting into the game, so bring Rioch on again. Monaco's not quite on it this game, but we'll give him a few more minutes. Blackburn suddenly come to life, and there's the equaliser, and that's a pain, that is. Marshall's done nothing all game and correctly disallowed. I thought that was too much out of the blue. Well done, referee. Here they come again. Puts it in the crowd. Right, we'll try and get a more defensive player on in midfield maybe. Morpheo, and we'll bring on Simpson for Morpheo. And it seems to have worked a little bit. It's eased the pressure. Yeah, we got away with that disallowed goal, obviously. So we hit the stanchion twice, but Parry doesn't miss on the second go. And I think we've ridden that storm now. 2-0 up at one of our competitors through a UEFA Cup spot. And Simpson on as a sub, back to his speciality of rebounds, and suddenly this game's gone away from Blackburn after they thought they'd equalised. Just playing the game out. Not sure how much goal difference will come into it, so we don't really want to concede a late goal. Well, excellent result again. Two of the best results we've had. Grimmick, man of the match. Some good eights there, especially up front. Simpson coming on sub. So we move up above Blackburn into 8th, but no further. That's a shame. It looks like Arsenal and Everton both winning, so that's kind of scuppered our chances. Even though we beat Chelsea, if we hadn't won that game, we'd be really out of it. I mean, 8th place might be enough. If there's 4 UEFA Cup spots, a Cup Winners' Cup, and it was won by one of the top 8, and a Champions League spot, that puts it down to 6th place, and then you've got the potential of teams winning European trophies. Well, we've already got an All-English final, so another win in the other final, an 8th might be enough, but that's a bit unlikely. I think we've got to try and do what we can in the last game. So let's just have a quick look at competition info. UEFA Cup, UEFA allocation. I only have 5 teams at the moment, and that's probably going to continue because Tottenham are playing Inter in the final, so there's a possibility of an English winner there. Cup Winners' Cup, no representation there. European Cup, it's Barcelona v Newcastle, so there's a possibility of 2 English winners and there's a possibility of no English winners. And finally the FA Cup, which will see the winners going to Europe presumably. I don't think there was a League Cup place in these days, but not entirely sure. It's Villa and Arsenal. Arsenal are above us, so if they took that spot that would be handy. Villa are not above us, so we really want an Arsenal win in that final, because that would push it. So an Arsenal win and 1 English winner would see us through in 8th. So let's see what we can do in the last game anyway. I presume they'll play their game in hand next. Well, Tottenham didn't win the UEFA Cup, so that's putting our hopes back. Arsenal were held by Southampton and Everton were held by Forest, who move above us. So with 1 game left, we can't catch Arsenal in 6, and we can't really catch Everton with a goal difference. They'd have to lose and we'd win by 2. That's possible. So we're looking at 8th. So it looks like we're going to miss out on Europe even if we won all 3 of our last 3 games, but we've really got a good side now. If we consider how badly we were doing at the start of the season. It took a while to bed those players in. Ipswich at home, and I feel we'll relegate them if we win, which would be a shame after they sacked me, wouldn't it? A big shame. Too bad, so sad. Alright, back to the 5-3-2 that served as well. Just a quick look again. 4 games since we conceded a goal. And 11 without defeat. I put Rioch in for the last game. He's more on form than Withers, I'd say. Really not going to make Turpin's out for the season, that's a shame. Monaco will swap with Grimic. And I think we'll bring in Simpson for Morpheo for this one. After that last performance. And that's how it'll finish. A lot of players didn't have many injuries this season, to be fair, so a lot of players didn't get many games. So that might come and bite us at a later date. I don't fancy either of those on penalties, so I'm going with Grimic. Okay, Ipswich at home. And we've gone 1 down, and is that Darren Huckabee? It better not be. Scoring for Ipswich. So we've let in our first goal for 5 games. I feel we can come back from this. I know Ipswich are fighting for their lives though. We just need to get going with a couple of shots. I think we'll be back in this. Oh, McDermott in goal. You can sometimes play a blinder. Oh, good tactical foul there from Ryan. Yep, we've started this one poorly after that good run. I just feel we'll be back in it. 1 each. Monaco with a goal. He's had a great season. Scored a few goals. Dominated midfield at times. I just feel on our current form we're going to be creating more chances. Just need the strikers back on form again now. One each at half time. I think we got back into that quite nicely. But a fair reflection of the game. It's Darren Huckabee. Did he play for Ipswich for? Oh yeah. He did play for Ipswich. And they're certainly fighting for their lives at the bottom. Well, didn't actually look at the table. They might already be relegated for all I know. They're certainly within a point with a couple of 2 or 3 games left. Aubrey away in the clear. Marshall to the rescue. We've got to get back. We've started both halves very slowly. Let's see if we can get back into this now. Oh. Yeah, we'll leave him on. I don't think there's any harm in that. Go on, drop it. Oh, he's a good keeper. Oh, wasn't expecting one for them. Huckabee's missed, but Marshall's had to be busy in this game. So we'll bring on Aloisi for Hull. And we'll swap Weathers and Rioch round again. We got an instant reaction? No. Just try to bring someone else to shake him up. Let's try Carboni for Simpson. Probably Morpheo might have been the better option, but I want to get Carboni on. That's our final card we've played. Can we get the winner? Oh, surely one more chance in it. Parry. Oh, damn it, saved it again. He's stopped us getting in Europe. We're not getting in Europe now, I don't think. Not unless we get a late winner and there's good results elsewhere. Should we go all out attack? I think it's dangerous against Ipswich. I think just balanced it now if we can just get a shot in. Parry's put Monaco in. Can he do it again? No, McDermott saves them again. Both goalkeepers have had a great game to keep the scores to 1-1, I have to say. I think we've just had the better chances. And he's hit the post. Carbone, the substitute. Well, I could have brought Morpheo on. I went with Carbone. And we've won it with 3 minutes left. Well, we're ahead with 3 minutes left. Now we've won it. No, we haven't. 91 minutes. I forgot there was a struggling. And it's over. So 3 points, an excellent finish to the season. 4 consecutive wins, 12 unbeaten. Marshall man of the match, just ahead of Monaco. Carboni with the last minute winner. Pretty even game, to be fair. Ipswich struggling. Ipswich are relegated. The team that sacked me are relegated on the last day. Arsenal won 4-1. Everton won 2-0. So we finish in 8th place. I think we need a cup win by Arsenal to bring the UEFA spots down to Everton. And then we need a win in the Champions League final. So we have to have both cup finals go our way to get into Europe, I think. We were 3 points off in the end. So 3 wins at the end has taken us actually a draw, and we'd have finished 8th anyway, so that goal didn't matter. But it's an excellent 8th place. Still looking for a better job, but I wouldn't. It's a better job than some of the lower teams in the Premier League now. We've built this team up to be a contender, especially the way we've finished the season. Chelsea win the Premier League. Club record finish, club record attendance. Arthur Grimmick had a brilliant season. Give him a week off. Just watch out for the transfer market coming alive, which will be soon. So who are we looking for? We're looking for the European Cup final to be won by Newcastle against Barcelona. Good luck with that one. And we're looking for the, if I've calculated this right, that is, we're looking for Arsenal win the FA Cup. I think I'm more confident of Arsenal than Newcastle, I have to say. So they'll win the Cup Winners' Cup. Arsenal win the FA Cup, so they go into the Cup Winners' Cup. And if there are still 5 European places, we won't know until you even go into the next season. So yeah, if they that brings it down to 7th place. So if Newcastle could just beat Barcelona, I think that would allow another place into Europe. I think. Newcastle win the Champions League. So have we qualified for Europe in 8th place? There are now 2 spots in the Champions League, 5 in the UEFA Cup, 1 in the Cup Winners' Cup, which means 8th place would be enough. We won't find out until we're into the next episode, but I think we might have qualified for Europe. No, you're not going anywhere. I need a new keeper if anything. Right, so the transfer market is open. So we mustn't dawdle in case there are a few bargains to be had. But let's just reflect on the last 4 wins after we had 6 draws. And 2 wins before that mean 12 unbeaten. So an excellent end to the season. Not many goals, but some excellent defending. Who were the best players? Well, we've already seen Grimink beat the record with 739. Fully worth his £5 million transfer. And no clause to leave. Matteo Monaco, he's 31, getting on a bit, but wanted by the teams, but that is an excellent season he's had. Fontana started a bit shakily, but the Italian really putting in some good performances to 0.4. He's beaten last season. Turpin, another new signing, only 23. Big club release clause, can't believe he's only worth 950. And he doesn't want a clause, so an excellent time to offer him a new deal, I think. So he's on 1,800. He wants £1,000. We'll give him 1,800. And he wants it till 08. So we'll give him 09. He wants no clause, so let's offer that. I just fear if I offer him 1,000 and start bargaining, that he'll suddenly want a clause. So I want to try and get that one done. Ryan 710 went down a bit towards the end, but he's only on 900k. A steady rise, a steady defender. Doesn't want a clause, wants a pay rise. So let's offer him that. Parry 709, but 20 goals, 18 assists. Came in lumps there, 2 hat-tricks at least, I think, or at least a lot of 2 or 3 goal performances. He's on £4,000 a week. This is the one we really want, and he still wants a big club release clause, unfortunately. So he could go at any point. We paid 2 million. If he goes through 1.5 million, that is a big shame. But there's nothing we can do about it. Andy Marshall, another good season. Racked up 22 man of the match awards in the Premier League now. Siren, solid for a Polish player, for the Polish international. His first full season. So solid performances, if not spectacular. Kerslake came in okay for the few games he comes in for. Riok scored a 7, just suffered a bit at the end there, but came in and did well. Hasn't got a clause, so no worries for him. Blamey likewise, just came in, he's on the transfer list. He's never going to be a top defender. Morpheo did okay for a first season. He's on a lot of 10 grand though, so we'll be looking for 7+ next season. Salames 688, he's 34. I think if we transfer listed him, he could well retire. He's on 30 grand a week, that's the problem. And he's 688, 687, 687. You know what you're getting with him, but what you're getting with him is not enough for a foreign player. So I'm going to make the decision to transfer list him. Simpson, not quite the same as previous years, but he is 34 now. I think he'd be okay as backup again. About 15 appearances that year, fading away a bit, but I think if we transfer listed him, he'd probably retire, so we'll leave him be. Hall is 24-year-old, so the same as last year. Not quite so many goals, but a good amount of assists there, 15. So yeah, he's okay. He's doing okay. He's 24. We hope for a bit of a boost, but he did get substituted a lot towards the end when he was on a 6. So don't know. Try and get him off the clause though. 2,100. No. Weathers, yeah. So he started really well. He's on a clause as well. Yeah, he's improved from last season and he's 23. He's playing at more of a wing-back spot, which sort of doesn't do him any favours really. So I think we're right to keep him and Rioch for that position if we don't bring in another right back. He wants a big club release clause. McDonald has not got into the team at all really, has he? If we got 300k, it wouldn't be so bad. So I think we ought to transfer list him really. I mean, Scottish international, but not really done enough for me. I think we can get someone else in, so we'll transfer this McDonald. Carboni, that goal on the last game was good. 12.5 grand though. This system didn't really fit him. I think we can. There's more to come, and there has to be for that wage really. But he doesn't want a clause now, and he's happy with the pay cut. So we'll go with that for now. He may come back to us. Aloisi down there on 6.7 out of the regulars. He was one of the lowest, but he was sub a lot at the end. Didn't really score that many goals. And again, this is our guy from taking up another spot. So at 28, he's done well for us before. It was better than last season. But I think it's transfer list time. I think we can get a couple of good foreign players. I think the Polish guy we got is the only one really we're keeping. It's a bit of a risk because we're still not guaranteed we're going to get some players in. Locks hasn't really had a chance again, left back, just couldn't get in the team, but I think we'll give him more of a chance when over Salames next season. He's not played many games in his career, to be honest, so he's on a big club release clause. Linton's still only 19, possibly should have loaned him out. I think, why did we buy him? He was recommended by the scout. Covers both sides. I'm not quite sure why I bought him after that. But Bolton, I think he's just a young star. So I think we'll be listing him for loan next season. And Gilbert, who nearly went, but his contract's about to expire. He got his first game. So Rimmer hasn't played again, he'll be loaned out. Milosevic will be losing his work permit, and then no one seems to want him, so we'll be giving him a free transfer. We're taking the hit. Gary Charles will be leaving the club, expiring if he doesn't retire before then. So now let's look at the transfer market. We've got no money, I presume. No, we've got 7 million, of course, our prize money. So we just blow all that, I don't know. Just trying to make a punt on some good players because they can certainly disappear again. Gary Neville, 75k. He's out for a few days, that's alright. He's not going to come to us if he's on 45 grand. So I won't even shortlist him. Any Division 1 players there might want to come. Oh, he looks good, doesn't he? Another Romanian at Lincoln. Has he got a clause? We're a big club. I'll add him to the list. Don't make a bid yet, I don't think. Tom Meredith, we've seen him before, haven't we? Very good at that level. And don't cost much. Another one I think we'll add to the list. Paul Scholes, contract's expiring by the looks of it. Sometimes they'll just sign a deal, so best to get a bid in if you can, but again, probably no chance with the wages he's on. But I've seen it happen sometimes, not in this game, but I've seen it before. Manchester United obviously not leaving their contracts till last. So we're starting off with the impossibles and then we move on to the possibles. Calatrava of France, could do with an attacking player. He's actually transfer listed. Looks a very good player, doesn't he? Keep him on the short list. We'll certainly have to change our formation. Gary Speed, 34 now. Abelardo, 34. Just saw one more flash by it. And Shearer's still there at 20k. He's 33 now. He'll be 34 at the start of next season. Played of quite a few games for Arsenal actually, but I think he's just going on name now. Maybe if we can't find anyone else. Be interested to see if there's any foreign-based players. Not really. You could take a chance on some of these guys, but they're playing in dodgy leagues, aren't they? Zanetti's interested. I think he'll do well if we can get him. Argentina, I bet we're getting rid of our foreign stars, so worth a go. We've tried for him twice before and not got him, but he's just appeared on the interested foreign base list. Florian Petrescu. He's just had a good season with someone. Queen's Park Rangers, they're not in the Premier League anymore. He looks a good player there, doesn't he? But I think we need a defensive central midfielder. Kettering make it into Division 1. Cabernet got rid of his release clause. Oh, go on then. And is that Brighton in the Premier League? I think it is. And he's rejected the move. Jason Ryan's rejected the contract. Turpin has signed. So let's go back to Ryan. So he was on 900 and he wanted a pay rise, a bigger one than you were suggesting, so we'll give him a bit more. It's hard to get rid of those Eastern Europeans you've got, isn't it, like Milosevic and Selimez. I'm hoping Selimez retires, to be fair, but he played all the games, so not necessarily going to happen. Zanetti wants 15k. We're still paying good wages, aren't we? He's happy to take half the wages he's on. I don't know how he's on a 30 grand contract with free transfer, but Neville rejects, Scholes rejects, Anderson rejects. I didn't put anyone on the short list. And we've signed Javier Sané. Ooh, Sevilla offering 3 million. Tempting because we've got no money, but you don't give 735 players away for, even though he's coming up for 32. And Calatrava is rejected. Okay. Blamey wants to stay. So the shortlisting process means there's probably different players available on the transfer list. It's going to be a Euros year. Yeah, it's a European Championships year. Salman's man of the match and a goal. He's only playing Lithuania. Gilbert keeps rejecting everyone, but he's going to be leaving soon anyway. Ryan's rejected again. How much does he want? Got to get him off that clause. That's the thing. He's signed 2,000. So Roy Banger or Banger is no longer available. Stan Lazaridis, he came up as the Euro scout, didn't he? But he didn't really rip any trees up with West Ham. So we've got Zanetti, so we certainly can't buy any more foreigners. And we've got 5 until we get rid of some. Jimmy Hasselbank. Is that Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank? Is that the same player? I think it is. Be an interesting little addition, maybe. Leeds have not been in the Premier League, though, have they? They've been in Division 1. So some of those are probably Premier League games. We only played 10 games last season. So if it's not really getting in the Leeds side, we'll put him on there as a possibility if we don't find any strikers that we want. Richard Snakers, 35. Two Bernard Fergusons. Clint Marcel, I think he was at Barnsley when he was 35. Nicky Butt is now on a free transfer. Okay, we've got a lot of defensive central midfielders. Oh, he went off to Man City for a few games. I'm presuming they got relegated if they released him again. So it's a non-promotion. Some teams who want him, but we're a Premier League team now. I don't see any other Premier League teams there, unless Leeds got promoted. Cardiff. I know we've got a lot of centre midfielders, but he's free. Then he could take Simpson's place in the squad. Ben Thorne, he has 1 England cap. Been playing well at Celtic. We haven't got an attacking left midfielder, and Manchester United are interested. I think he came from there, didn't he? Yeah. So Sam Easton, they think, is good. Not convinced. Florian Francescu, okay. Maybe he's better than Nicky Butt, but he's Romanian. He's 32. They had some good years at Derby. Lars Ricken, well, throw our hat into the ring, shall we? Well, Brighton have just been promoted. They're not actually a Premier League team. Some people with their contract ending who we went for before. We put Shearer on the. We'll put Shearer on the short list in case. Might be a free transfer. Might be might be a good buy. Okay, I think we've got. We'll move on from that for now. Yeah, they weren't the teams that were on the list when I went to go for him, but it wasn't Arsenal. But never mind. Yeah, Lars Ricken is not coming. Anthony Gilbert's released, that's fine. Nicky Butter's interested. Well, that's the first time he's been interested. So we are making waves in this game now. I think that'd be a good signing to replace Simpson, and I think we can offer him more than £6,000. We could double that, really, can't we? But let's go. Let's double it because we're up against Arsenal. Ben Thornley as well. Right, we've now got some power in the transfer market, it seems, for finishing as high as we did. Now we've got to beat Manchester United for this signature. He wants £25,000. We can't break the bank. He's not that great, so I'm just going to offer him that. Oh, it's sometimes worth a little. Some good players on a free here. Albertini. Another centre midfielder. Chiesa. Ravanelli. This goalkeeper. Live on. With Napoli. Not really worth it. There's a few free players there. Overmars. Ryax. Not really sure why the European scout didn't pick him up. Oh, he's got good stats, hasn't he? Could do with a reserve goalie. Score any or score in the Dutch league, they're going really. Van der Sar's on a 3. Get him for a year, maybe. I'm not so sure. Yeah, they're all quite old there, free transfers, aren't they? Nicky Butt's gone to Arsenal, despite us offering double his wages. Ben Thornley's rejected both. Ryan signed a new contract. I wonder why Thornley rejected both. Let's try again, shall we? One of Hasselbank and Shearer might be a good addition. So let's quick look at some of these teams. Emilio, the keeper's on a 3. Pep Guardiola. Just for a laugh, should we just sign Pep Guardiola? Another defensive midfielder. Well, we didn't get Nicky Butt, so I think we're running out of players to bid for soon. Well, Madrid want him, so let's just leave that one alone for now. And Interam, 32. Also Makaleli. Not doing very well at Parma, are they? Yeah, these are free, but I might as well go for these ones if I was that bothered. Paul Scholes is now on a free. He didn't want to come, but what's on a free transfer? Like Nicky Butt, he might change his mind. Oh, he's got a star next to him, so it's got to be good. These are just older players, aren't they? It'd be a good right back though. We could do the right back. Don't have to wait now. Good win for England. Oh, Sheffield United. Well, we had Manchester United as our competitors last time. Sell him as man of the match. Are we doing the right thing getting rid of him? Where were we? We were on Germany, weren't we? Not that one. Not him. Was it Munch? Or was it Phillipson? It was Munch then, wasn't it? Quite a good player, isn't he? 34 there. I think it was Munch, wasn't it? He wants 30 now, did he? He wanted 25 before. Will he take up a lot of our... He's a good player though. We haven't got much on the left of midfield, have we? Alright, go on then. Yeah, Pepper's rejected us. Simi Floyd Hasselbank's now on a free transfer. Right, Callan outside played one game. Got some good players here. This guy scored 14 goals. Did he score them at Derby? No, he scored them at Leyton Orient. Looks like it's going to be a good player, isn't he? 20 goals for Swansea as well. They paid 2.2 million. We could get him here for £500,000. Has he got a clause? No. Yeah, I think that's the sort of player we want up front. Like as a backup, we can just loan the kid we had, loan him out. Wow. Wants to move to a bigger club. Did Leeds not get promoted again? He's scoring. That's why Hasselbank were in the team. Austria, I think, counts as EU for this. 4 million. I'll try and take these players while you can. There's quite a few appearing there, so it might be best to consult the scout. Yeah, he thinks he's a good player as well. Calatrava, we tried for him before. Good Belgian players come up. Hirsch of Bayern, under 21 striker, listed for loan. We might try and get him on loan. Salmo's got injured there, I noticed. Gary Charles has left. A couple of weeks. Frank Hockton for 5. We're not going to get him because 5 teams just bid for him. I wasn't expecting that. Oh no, we've already bid for him. I beg your pardon. 5th one was for the next player, I think. England cruise through. Sunderland have splashed out. Ben Thornley's current England international. That's why we're paying him 30 grand a week. Oh, I've seen those ones, haven't we? So that counts as stone. He's gone off the list. Adam Riches. Looks good, but keep him in mind. Parliamentary side for Tranmere Rovers. Frank Hockton. So if we double that, will we get him? Through, Islander out. Yep. So we've got a good young striker, I think, here. Carlisle bid for James McDonald. That's not a bad offer. So yeah, we've got an attacking left midfielder for free. We've got another striker in, Hockton. No release clause. Probably could do with another one, because if we're going to lose an Aloisi. We've got Zanetti as well, haven't we? Starting to get competitive, aren't we? Well, some Liverpool players have appeared. Obviously not signing their contract. 5 million is probably a bit too much, but Daniel Greaves, look at that, 4.2. Wish we just saved the money now. Don't think they'll come anyway. Worth a little bid though. Sergio Conceição, another right midfielder. Put him on the list. The other scout, they're almost in total agreement of who good players are. Never really done it, has he? 9 million they paid for him. Goodness me. Could play it away to the list again, but let's see where our other money is going first. Let's complete the Euros. I've realised the stream is over an hour long. Counts has decided he's going to talk, and he's not wanting much money. This is starting to go down a bit, so we better be a bit careful. James McDonald leaves for Carlisle. Current Scottish international, he may be, but. And we've spent 4 million on Counts of Leeds, Austrian international. I don't think we're going to be able to afford Daniel Greaves. Salamis has had his work permit renewed, which is no surprise. So we've got Aloisi to go. So we've got Hockton, Parry, Coutts and Carl. I'm happy with that. So Rimmer can go on the loan list. Linton will be going on the loan list as well. So we need another goalie really, don't we? Someone's disappeared off the list. It's Alan Shearer. He's signing another contract. Maybe we'll go for Scholes then before he leaves. Oh, he's a forward, is he? Not a midfielder. Okay. So yeah, our money is now down to 2.4 million. That changes things. Tommy Hamilton of Arsenal has appeared. Left-sided. Good season with Arsenal. Good caps. Getting these transfers done early at the moment. It's highly recommended by at least 2 scouts, all 3 scouts. Brozovic is ineligible. How much is that going to cost us to get rid of him? Press the wrong button. I think Scholes is going to be going to Newcastle now. $220, that's not so bad. Shame we couldn't get rid of him. So Selemis has got another year, so we don't even have to play him, because he'll retire by then, surely. It's just those wages we'd rather get rid of, but he might retire. So that leaves us with our 3 foreigners. Aloisi's for sale, but we've brought in Zanetti, and we have Cyron. Pretty good business so far, though. Someone else is no longer available. That's Scholes. 525. They signed a new contract with Man United. We do need a goalkeeper. Not necessarily first team, someone can be a bit younger. Andy Woodcock's name popping up again. Yeah. Looks quite good, doesn't he? All of them recommend him. Steve Veer as well, have watched down. Australian. No offence, but I think Andy Woodcock could be our man if we can afford him. Rioch and Weathers, and well, we've got Zanetti now. Can come in at right back. We might be playing a 4-4-2 now, especially with Thornley. Certainly going to be playing. That gives Carboni a chance as well at right midfield. We've got left midfielders as well. Okay, not Selemis. Locke could come into our thoughts as well. So we've got our 4 centre backs I'm pretty much happy with. Blamey might leave. So we could maybe do with another really good centre back. We've got plenty of midfielders and strikers. Maybe a centre back if we can afford one. On top of these 2 players, we've got Hamilton coming in possibly. And then maybe Tom Meredith. France win the Euros on penalties. Paul Scholes is not going anywhere. Tommy Hamilton rejects. Okay, fine. Yeah, I think Meredith of Luton might be a good shout. He's 26 though. Just think it'd be another good option at the back. And he would go. Yeah, we've got our centre back. Just need that keeper again. And then we can't afford him. Because I don't think the tribunal's going to be that low. That's a shame. Any free goalkeepers? Franz Rimmer. Yeah, we could keep Kerslake, make Rimmer the third goalkeeper. That might have to be the alternative option. Right, so this is the end of season 7, but it's looking good for season 8. We're bringing in some better class of player. We're already possibly qualified for Europe. So, thanks for watching.